Speaking to the students of English Language Course 1123, especially those who are appearing in November, learning the logical fallacies is very, very important because in your writing paper, section A, you are going to peruse and vet two pieces of one piece of text of approximately 400 to 450 words, and there you have to analyze and evaluate different perspectives, outlooks, attitudes, views, opinion, and whatsoever is in there, and then you have to construct a response that can be persuasive, argumentative, or discursive depending on the nature of the question that is given. So, for any type of response, any type of form that you are going to create your response on, it is very much important that you are able to pinpoint the logical fallacies. Now, what are logical fallacies? Logical fallacies are flawed reasons. The flawed reasons which are used as an argument and that makes an argument weak. If you know how to pinpoint the logical fallacies in any text, in response to that text, you can build up a stronger argument that will be inadvertently giving you good marks in the content also and in the language also. So do watch the whole video because it is going to help you a lot. Thank you. Now, what are actually the logical fallacies? Logical fallacies are broadly falling into four categories. Number one is manipulation fallacies, appealing to emotions or biases to manipulate the audience opinion. You will see that in many advertisements we are being victimized of manipulation fallacies, like say that when the celebrity is saying something that it is true, like using a certain type of toothpaste, okay, that is true, we are actually being manipulated because the person is wearing the lab coat, and that essentially tells that okay, the person who wears this lab coat is a doctor. So this is also a manipulation fallacies. Many of the advertisements based on the baby products, the toddlers products, they use the emotions of the mothers to buy in those products. That is also manipulation fallacy. Relevance fallacies are those fallacies where the irrelevant information is used to support an argument. Here, the example of relevance fallacy is that if you want to sell the sports car, you are saying that Elon Musk is also using the sports car, so you should buy the sports car now. This is irrelevant fallacy because you actually do not know that what brand is being used by Elon Musk. Number three is assumption fallacy. Now, I will give you one very relatable example that if some students are found bunking the class for any reason, okay, and they are not taking your English classes, okay, so you said your teacher that because they are not taking the classes, because they are not taking your classes, so they must not be passing on your paper. Now, this is an assumption fallacy. Maybe they are not taking my classes because of some reason that they have officially told, but you are assuming since you are not in the class, okay, so you are not studying. Then the last one is accuracy fallacy. Like if someone says you that if people says if people say that climate change is actually because of the human activities or the carbon footprint that is resulting by the human activity. So you say that okay, this claim is made by the scientists and this couldn't be true because scientists have been wrong at many times in the past too. So of course human activities have nothing to do with the climate change. So you are actually dismissing all the scientific learning, all the scientific accuracy up till now. So this is called accuracy fallacy. Fallacies are very interesting. They are just like a spicy dish. Okay, so the first one is formal fallacy. Now, the formal fallacy happens when there is a flaw in the logical structure, in the logical structure of the reason, and the reason that is given is invalid. Now, let me give you an example of it. Let's say that person A says to person B that if it is raining, then the ground is going to be wet. Okay, so person B went outside and he found that the ground was wet. There was no sign of raining, but the ground was wet. So he came back to person A and said that yes, it was raining. Why? Because the ground was wet. Because the ground was wet, so it was raining, though there was no sign of raining. So this is an invalid argument and has a logical flaw in the structure, and this is called formal fallacy. I've given you a very simple example, but a very complex situation can occur with this formal fallacy. Now, informal fallacies are mistakes in reasoning or the misuse of evidence. Now here, the first example that I gave you of ad hominem, where you are actually attacking the character of the person, or in the advertisement where you are appealing to the emotions. Okay, let's say where if someone says you that okay, if you are not accepting this policy, this will just ruin the future of the innocent children. So you are actually targeting the emotions over here. Then so this type of argument is a weak argument. Then the inductive fallacies, mistakes in reasoning that occur in inductive arguments, like you have done the research but that research is not complete research, or that research has loopholes, or your evidences are not complete, and on the basis of those evidences you are coming on the hasty generalization. Like say you have met two to three students of some top notch college, and they appear to be sloven and slav and snobs too. So you have come up with the generalization that because I have met two or three students of this school or college, so this whole school and college doesn't have any discipline. So this is hasty generalization. Now you have not met thousands of the students there. You do not have actually gone in the college or visited the college or the institution, and you are coming up with the very general, very hasty generalization that okay, because I have seen two to three students, so it means that the whole college or the whole educational institution is bad. So this is called inductive fallacy. Okay, now coming up with the examples of logical fallacies. So the first one, the slippery slope fallacy. A very humorous example is coming to my mind. I have seen many people doing this, that they say, okay, don't give your clothes to this person, otherwise you will have to share the whole wardrobe, your all the things, and one day that person would come to your home and start living in your room. Okay, this is like just like that you are giving your finger to someone and they are just grabbing your entire hand. This is just like that. Of course this is wrong. Okay, then the false dilemma fallacy, and this is to believe in either black or white, like to believe in extremes and polar opposite things, like either that can be right or that can be right, there is no way in between. Okay, so you are blinding on all the colors which are on the spectrum by having this kind of fallacy, the false dilemma fallacy. Now ad hominem fallacy is they are attacking the person, not attacking the argument but attacking the personality of the person, right? Because he is bald, so he cannot be a good hairdresser. Bald people are also good hairdressers. Okay, now the appeal to authority fallacy. Because I have seen this actor wearing a lab coat and selling this medicine, so this appears to be doctor, so he is telling truth. No, it's not like that. Okay, you are appealing to the authority, but that authority is itself authority or not. The celebrities are not authority. So this is also a fallacy, and these things appear so much in your GCSE or CIE papers. Okay, the test is full of full of these logical fallacies, and that is why they are asking you to evaluate the views and opinions. So you have to just think critically when you are doing that. Okay, so then what is the way to avoid these logical fallacies in your writing and in your speech, especially when it's come to your directed writing and all the types of directed writing, magazine article, your news report, your speech, your letter, in whatsoever type of writing, you will be researching your topic, and that research comes from the text that is being given. Okay, you will be going through that topic properly, identifying the logical fallacies where there is a misuse of emotions, okay, where there is a misuse of reasoning given over there, if the personality is being attacked. Okay, so you will be searching through your topic, perusing and vetting through the topic, and coming up with the right evaluation. Then be very clear and concise. I have made a video also on the concession of the language and how important is it when it comes to your directed writing. Concession in language is very important. I will be making further videos on it. And cite your sources. Of course, in the given situation of the examination, you cannot cite your sources, but if you keep practicing in your classroom to cite the sources, at the time of examination, you will be having enough backup in your mind to come up with a proper resource, or to come up with a proper citation when you are writing, if you are quoting someone. Okay, so what fallacy is being committed in the following statement? Either you support stricter gun control laws, or you want innocent people to die. It's a false dichotomy, or hasty generalization, or ad hominem, or straw man. Your answer, counting three, two, and one. The answer is false dichotomy, because they are giving only two options, either black or white. Which fallacy is exemplified in the following statement? Many famous actors endorse this product, so it must be best on the market. Number one, appeal to authority, then post hoc fallacy, slippery slope, or circular reasoning. Three, two, and one. This is appeal to authority, and why is that? Because many famous actors are doing something, so it must be true. Like rich dad and poor dad says that only go to the college if it is teaching you money making skills or the business skills. Otherwise, you should not go to college, because this is the bestseller book. The book is saying this, so many of the students are ready to be college dropouts. So sad. Identify the fallacy in the following statement. The professor said, my essay was poorly written, but he doesn't know anything about literature. Ad hominem, strawman, bandwagon fallacy, or false dichotomy. So, of course, there is a personal attack on the professor, because it is said that he doesn't know anything about literature. Since he doesn't know anything about literature, and you know that he don't know anything about literature, so you have got all the right to say that this professor has no credibility in giving me the marks. So this is of course wrong. So the answer is ad hominem. Okay, so the statement is smoking has been around for centuries, so it must be safe and healthy. Do you really believe it? Hasty generalization, appeal to ignorance, slippery slope, or circular reasoning. The answer, let's give you some time. Three, three, two, and one. Okay, so the answer is hasty generalization. Yes, this is very hasty generalization, because it has been around for so and so many years. So it must be true. No, it is not. Okay, which fallacy is present in the following statements? If we allow students to use cell phones in class, they'll start using them for cheating and never pay attention to the lessons. No, it will not be. Okay, it's not like that at all. The students are not that bad. They are not actually at all bad. Okay, so what is it? Slippery slope, strawman, false dichotomy, or post hoc fallacy? This is essentially a slippery slope, because you are actually creating an apocalyptic situation, end of the world situation, given only the poor students the reason to be a cause. No, no, it's not like that. Students are very good, and of course, if we allow them the cell phones, and with proper restrictions they won't do that. So this is a slippery slope. So this is the end of the lesson. Hope you have learned something. Hope you have uh, learned the critical thinking, and you will be employing this critical thinking in evaluating, analyzing, and doing all that stuff with all types of texts that are given to you, not only in your exam situation, but you see these type of questions and this critical thinking in your mind will help you to become a better person also. So happy learning.